大家好，我叫艾丽。
我叫樱花。
大家好，我是艾文。
大家好，我叫贺艾瑞。
We just feel comfortable around each other. MIMS kids have their own, I guess, vibe, for lack of a better term. Like, we get along, we all know like similar things, and because we have a lot of shared experiences that are completely different from what other people would have had, you have something to fall back on, like something that connects you in a way. Because there aren't a lot of kids out there who had the same experience as us.
My favorite teacher for MIMS was probably Miss Lin. She was my math and Chinese teacher all throughout middle school. She had a really big impact on my life, and I learned how to love math. She was really good at walking me through it, and like all my classmates, she was really good at walking everyone through it and just like saying what needs to be said and just being really good at explaining things.
A lot of my classmates, they already like knew the language because like their parents or grandparents spoke the language. So I've made friends with them quite easily, or I would go over to their house and we would practice Chinese with their parents and grandparents. My best friend Evelyn, well, one of my best friends, her mom and grandma, they speak Chinese a lot in their household, and I've kind of like picked up from them besides school. So every time like I would go over, I would greet them in Chinese, talk to them in Chinese. That's where I learned majority of it from.
MIMS is a family. They really take care of each other. The bonds that you make with the people there are forever. When I think about MIMS, I get a little teary-eyed because it's just a big part of my childhood. I was there from 2nd to 8th grade, and the people I've met, the experience that I've had, the embracement of the culture, how everyone's so close and it's so diverse, and nobody's really judgmental towards each other, and we're all coming together to learn about this one culture is just very, 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 very unique, and I really like that.
I think that MIMS really challenged me and just like made me question what I really wanted. And like I was doing more than the average student was doing at the time. I was studying more. Like, was this really what I want? And when I was able to decide that, I was able to push through. And I'm still learning the language, and I know that it's something that I really enjoy doing.
Engineering, like particularly like aerospace, you have to work internationally, and in fact, like in general, STEM is very cooperative because there's no like kind of creative like ownership of everything because people draw from other people's ideas. So if you're limited to only English speakers or like people within the United States, you have a very limited kind of pool of ideas, pool of technology. And so working internationally means you can bring together different ideas, which is especially important because people who live in like a completely different region or like have a completely different like day-to-day experience might have different ideas on the same things. So that means speaking a different language gives you more opportunities to interact with other people and other people's ideas.
I was at the park with my friend Eleanor, and we were speaking to each other in Chinese because we joke about that a lot. And this lady, she came up to me asking, did we know Chinese? And we just had a cool conversation with her in Chinese. It makes me feel like I have accomplished something, like I've actually been able to understand people and speak Chinese to them clearly. That way they can understand me. And I still feel like I'm learning till this day, learning new things and still be able to understand.
I am planning to use Mandarin in my career. I'm currently a computer science dual degree major at Spelman College, and I also plan to minor in Chinese or East Asian studies because I want to help build that bridge in the tech world between the United States and abroad and China, because those are some of the bigger networks that work together in order to make our world go round.